Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our Oxygen Not Included playthrough with me, your host Luckymarine, and you may wonder why we're now at cycle 81. It's because, well, I'm trying to keep resource management a thing. 9 times out of 10, most of the reasons why your base fails is because you have far too many duplicates. Far too early. And so what you really want to be trying to do, even though it's slow, is stick with your initial 3 and make them do the research. Do as much research as they can. I mean, there's still quite a lot to go, but I have been cracking through this research. Try to get their... Here, boy, you come to watch me play my city games. Try to get them get the research level up. Now, Boom was the researcher, and he got his learning up to 13. But then you look at the knock-on effect. He's now level 24. Now he's been working just as hard as everyone else. But why is he at level 24? I don't think he started out 10 levels above everybody else. No. The reason why he's at level 24, if we look at him on his stats and down to learning, plus 130% skill leveling, which has a knock-on effect on every other stat that he has on learning anything. And so I took him off learning. I put May and Mima onto the research bench. May was a -2, I think, to learning. I think because she's a yokel. Was it May? All cultured, slow learner. Yeah, slow learner. So she had a -3 to her learning. So that was even worse. I mean, she was never learning anything. Her skills would have been few and far between, and she should have never. Well, she would have. It'd just been really, really slow to level her up. But we brute forced past slow learner, and now from a learning of -3, she is now a learning of +6, which has an impact on everything else, means everything else skills up at a +60% rating. So with the first 3 duplicates, you want to try turn them into super beings. Try to get the research. Try to spread the research out. Is what I'm trying to say. Try to get everyone up to the same kind of level. If I can get all of these above a level 10 in terms of research, it's going to have a knock-on effect on every other skill that they've got, which is going to be mega good for us, especially when it comes to things like creating artwork later on, especially with Mima. Just simple things like power, which is athletics actually, but other things, the digging, again, that's going to level up a lot quicker. The building is going to level up a lot quicker. Fun times. So yeah, so I've kept with the initial 3. It just means that it's very slow to progress. And so I thought, well, I'll bash through about 15 cycles or so, 15-20 cycles, so something like that, just to push on, because nothing really has got done. What have I done since I left you? Probably dug further down here, trying to head for all the wolframite, because I don't know about all of you, but I play games in quite a weird way. I could build. Oh wow, what's this? Please do not break. Please do not break, otherwise we're going to have issues. We're going to have lots and lots of issues. Why are you breaking now? No power. Is it the wire or is it the liquid pipe that's damaged? Where would it say? I don't know. maybe it might be best running wires and pipes separately. Oh well. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, my weirdness. I don't know if other people are like this, but you come into a game like this, which is infinitely complex, and so your brain's like, well, I could do it this way, and then it goes, well, you could do it this way as well, and then you can do it this way, and then you Google stuff because you don't know what you're doing, and get some more ideas, and then you Google things again, and then you think, well, if I did this, I could do that. It gets to the point where you have absolutely no idea where you're going. No, that's wrong. No, it gets to the point where you're so far down the rabbit hole that you have to research everything. You have to start refining metals, which is what I'm doing here, which has led to our power output disappearing because I couldn't get to the coal generator because I was stupid. Yeah, it's I've got elaborate plans for this anti-entropy thermo nullifier. So elaborate, in fact, that right now I just don't have the materials to put it into effect. It's essentially going to be a wolframite inner layer. Pump the inside of the chamber with high density, I think high pressure. I think do we have high pressure vents? High pressure vent, but we need plastic, and this is where it all goes wrong, because I just don't have the stuff. I don't have the resources to build what I need to build, what I want to build, which is unfortunate. But yeah, kind of an inner chamber, kind of a I don't think it needs to be wolframite metal tile, but it's not going to be a wolframite metal tile, it's going to be tungsten, which is thermally reactive, and I need it to be thermally reactive because the gas inside, the hydrogen inside, can be cooled down to I had the number in my head and it's vanished, but it's lower than oxygen. You can supercool hydrogen down to a lower point than you can do with oxygen. It turns out to be one of the better ones, along with chlorine. I think that also has a similar mega uber cooling effect if you put it in here. So that, along with, where is it the heat transfer tiles. Heat transfer tiles made out of diamond, I believe. Where is it? Utilities, maybe? No, it can't be in utilities. It is. Temp shift plate. Oh. Temp shift plate out of diamond. So we cover the inside with the temp shift plate of diamond, with the inner chamber made of tungsten. But the temp shift plates expand beyond. Imagine this was the it probably will be, actually. There used to be a planning. No, not attack. Prioritize. No. There used to be like a planning mode, wasn't there? Was never a planning mode. Anyway, something like, no, you can't build it. But imagine this set of ladders was our metal plate wall. I'll just yeah, something like that. So all the ladders, all of this is kind of tungsten, and then you've got kind of a temp shift plate in behind, expanding out to an outer layer where we would pump in maybe this water, maybe just allow this water to drip into it. It might have to be. I can't get that pole. It did make me wonder when I had this, when I was building this pole. I mean, I've been to Norway. they do say don't touch metal when it gets really cold. Would you want to slide it down a minus 25 degrees Celsius fire pole? I wouldn't. But then as I was building this, I thought this is kind of one of those. I wonder if you had this end of the pole sticking out of here. Maybe I'll just cancel all that. I still haven't explained what I'm doing there, but this is how my mind works. Like have a get out of the way. And you have a little pit thing going on, and then just have like fire poles just sticking through it, like a radiator. So the stuff that's sticking out here is in the cold, the stuff in here is in the warm, and you get the temperature transfer. But I think that's what the temp shift plates are designed for. And we do have access to diamond. We have access to quite a lot of diamond, and we have access. I don't think, have I showed you down here? We have access to quite a lot of crude oil. It's a little warm. We may have to pump it away from this area, cool it down a little bit before we can properly make use of it. The good thing is there's no gems down here because it's far too hot. So we can dig in pretty much any direction that we want. I mean, we're only digging a tiny little bits at a time because it's too far away from our oxygen. It might be worth at some point, I mean, we've got plenty of oxygen up here. It might be worth at some point creating like a little chamber just down here somewhere, just with a vent in it, and having some oxygen pumped from up here, just as a break room, so that when they run out of air, they can jump into this oxygen rich environment and take a breath of air before getting on with mining out wolframite, getting down to the crude oil maybe. What else have I been dabbling with without here? Yeah, we've got a lot of water now. It's well up this door. We're not going to be opening this anytime soon. This is a thing. The metal refinery, I'm gonna have to dismantle that. This is where I've been building it, where I've been refining the tungsten. But I'm gonna have to sit that in the floor. I think this is just a little bit too high. I did put these up here, but they can't jump across because obviously it's one tile too high. But again, all this is going to get refit. I'm probably going to expand it down here. Turn it into a long, thin kind of area. Produce quite a lot of carbon dioxide. Have slicksters in here somewhere eating said carbon dioxide and turning it into crude oil, and then whisk that away to elsewhere. This is what I mean. I start building one thing and then I think, but I need to repurpose it for X, Y, and Z down the road, and so I get ahead of myself. And so I try building for the future, but really I need to build for now, to be honest. What else? What else? An extra shower. Noticed a few of them were going... Oh, soggy feet. Noticed a few of them were going to bed grimy. I think it was just purely because we didn't have enough showers for them. But, you know, they've got another shower in there, just shoehorned it in. Anything else? Put tepadizer in here. Put tepadizer in our germy water. You may wonder why it's quite warm in here already, and why we've got some clean water in here. It's because I plumbed up the clean water to our metal refiner. Now the metal refinery, have we got any water in the pipe? Yeah, all this clean water is from the metal refinery, and it's what, 70 degrees, 73 degrees, which is essentially doing what the tepadizer, what I had planned for the tepadizer, i.e. let's get rid of the germs, because we're getting 73 degree heat into here, which is killing off all of this food poisoning. This food poisoning number was at something like 2.5 million. And if we can kill 2 birds with 1 giant stone, then I'd rather do that than turn this stabilizer on, because it's quite power hungry. Hence the reason why I put it on the switch. So yeah. Anything else? Don't think so. I think that's it. And then I've just got a load of research done, just because we need more research. And that is it. So let's get on. Oh, we've got this building that I need to open up at some point as well. I'll try digging around it just to see if we can sort out what's on the inside. We will submit a bioscan there, and we'll have a look what's in there in the morning. I also need to have someone running on this. I also need this. Now someone's gonna have to run on this, and then we'll finish this one process, and then we'll dismantle this, dig this out, because right now we don't have power, which means we don't have toilets, which means messes could occur. Let's have you at priority 9. Yeah, good. Let's have... Where are you going? Oh, are you submitting bioscan? You are. So what's in here? Ooh, it's a thingamajig. A neural vacillator. Now, the neural vacillators, they take one of your peoples and they turn them into super beings. They give them... Let's have a look. It doesn't explain it here, does it? Chair attached with device, room for 1 person. Yeah, it takes one of your people and it gives them a really good buff. One of them is deeper diver's lungs. Another one is sunny disposition, and which is plus 20 to stress relief every single day. So I mean, big numbers. Who do we put in here? I don't know. We'll see. It'll either be Boom to get him even further ahead of the curve. Look at these skills. Or it'll be someone like Mima just to get her to catch up. Or even me. Just to get them to catch up just a little bit in terms of skills. Insufficient oxygen generation because we don't have power. Let's have you at a priority... You're already at a priority 9. Well, let's just get this done. Oh, somebody. Finish this and then we can deconstruct it. And the fluid it has just produced. 10 kilograms of water at 75 degrees Celsius. Now long term, I probably want to move all of that down here. The cooling effect that we're going to get from this. We can loop our industry. The heated water that we use in our industry for cooling here. We can loop it into a cooling radiator, if you will, around... What's it called again? Anti-entropy thermonullifier. Around our thermonullifier. So it'll filter in one end, mega hot, and then hopefully come out the other end. Quite cool. And then go around the system again. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. But we'll see. That's a little bit further down the line. And I could do with you not breaking at all, ever. I don't know why are you suddenly breaking? Pipe blocked. Pipe blocked for why? Why are your pipes blocked? Why are your pipes blocked? It can't be that. Can it? I wouldn't have thought so. No. Let's deconstruct the buildings just here so we can sit that metal refiner down a little bit. We also need ladders there and there, and deconstruct you two. Need to put you at a priority. Yeah, go on then, priority 9. Why not? If everything's a priority 9, then nothing's a priority 9. I understand that. It's just, I need this done, all done now. I know we're not doing research, therefore there's at least 3 of them knocking about. Let's sit you a little lower then. Just in that hole. Let's have you powered up. And let's have you plumbed up. Wastewater going into... No, that won't work. If our carbon skimmer was on all the time, it would work. But it's not, because the carbon skimmer takes far too much carbon dioxide out of this room. We'll do that. Can you not get... You can still not get over here. Yeah, this fluid has no idea where it wants to be. What is this? Why have we got it coming back? Oh, this is terrible. Why are you going backwards? Because there's a drawer here. Alright, we need to deal with this. Now, once this gets going, I think it'll deal with it itself. Hopefully. Yeah, once this is up and running, it should work. Where are you? How much gems have we got here? 1.6 million. Shouldn't have had to deliver sandstone. We already had this deconstructed, plus we had to deconstruct the tile underneath it. There should have been more than enough. Right, let's have you making tungsten. Once you're plumbed in. Well, we do need more tungsten. We do need more wolframite so we can refine it into tungsten. So, what is this? Awaiting coolant. Are you not... What? Deconstruct. Liquid pipes there and there. And there. And we'll replumb the whole thing. We're getting a backlog of poo, and you never want a backlog of poo. Right, liquid pipe. That way. With an offshoot into our metal refiner. And you out. Well, at least our coal generator's going. Working in such a confined space, I was a little bit concerned about that. Which means we can now turn you off. What's wrong with you? Everyone's fine. All the light wounds that everybody has, or that everybody had, were treated. I think I grabbed a medical bed and put it over here somewhere, and just had them healed themselves up. Can we get this? Can we get all this done now, please? There's nothing unreachable. There shouldn't be. You can get in from the bottom if you need. There we go. are we doing for food? Why, it's not brilliant. We're down to about 1 million germs. So this is coming down. That's fine. It is a mix. It's going to be a mix of polluted water and clean water. Water, polluted water. So we're going to have to filter that at some point. Are you done? You are not. Are you nearly done? What is this? What is... Has someone made a mess? Or is that from somewhere else? Probably when we deconstructed the pipes. So you're now... You're working. Food is decayed. What? So you're working, but the skimmer won't switch on at this point in time. Where has food decayed? Rotten sleet wheat grain. I had no idea I had sleet wheat in there. Right, let's make sure that anything perishable gets put in complete these boxes down here. I may well build another box, another ration box. So we have someone down here making tungsten all the time. We have... What else is set up at 9? Not much. Have you broken yet? Nope. Good. What else do we have? What are you set to? 6. Well, we do have 10,000 kilocalorie. That should last us for a few days. But let's start on more permanent lodgings, shall we? Let's go for... Let's just test it out. So I want you at... Oh my word. I want you about that level. We'll make the furniture... I mean, I want the comfy beds, but if we can't have comfy beds, then... Granite? Thermalite? No, granite. Imagine diamond beds. We'll have granite beds. Oh, that's unfortunate. Is this not symmetrical? Is this not even? Oh, that's going to irk me. It is. It'll be alright. Now, to get the bonus for being a barracks, I believe, it needs at least one bed. It needs to be enclosed, much like this is enclosed, and this, but there's no shower room thing. We'd have to put, in order to turn this into a latrine, we'd have to also put a toilet and a wash basin in here, but that's not going to be a thing. So barracks. Let's grab some artwork in there as well. Is it furniture? It is. One above every bed? Yeah, one above every bed. We'll also build just a pneumatic door out of copper on either side, just to wall it in. We'll have an airflow tile underneath made of copper as well. About there. Or we might as well have granite corners. No point in having an air full of tile just there. Let's cancel you lot out. And let's have an air flow tile underneath. Don't want it full airflow tile. Don't want oxygen to just be able to waft all the way through it. Or don't want to slow it down a little bit. Our oxygen generation is going to be down here, but we can pipe it to essentially anywhere we want. If I wanted to save it a little bit on resources, let's do that. We can move all our cots away, put them in the barracks. We can stack a barrack on top of a barrack on top of it, for however many times we need. I also want to experiment a little bit with rotting mealwood. Because I remember when one of the mealwood lumps turned into rotting stuff, rotting matter, and they turned into fertilizer and it started giving off polluted oxygen. So if we were I know mealwood needs something to growing, be it carbon dioxide, it needs something to grow in, an atmosphere, but then it's going to start giving off, well, the fertilizer that it's used from that is going to give off polluted oxygen, and that's oxygen from nothing at all, because we're not going to be watering these plants. I don't quite know how we're going to take advantage of that, but I'm sure there are ways. No, I know for definite there are ways of turning polluted oxygen into oxygen. So we might have a greenhouse somewhere else just dedicated to rotting food that we collect and produce polluted oxygen from. But we'll see. Why are you... Let's turn you up to a 7 as well. I think right now we're in danger of putting too many things, too many of our processes are up at like 7 or 8 or... Why are you now breaking? Overload damage. Overload damage on a pipe. Oh no. Okay, we got this. Alright, let's break. I think it's our power that is overloaded. So we'll take you down there. Nope, let's not make it out of wolframite. Iron ore even. Let's just make it out of normal copper. You can be down that way. We'll make sure that's built first, and then we can cut this line, and this lot will run off this transformer, and the rest can be run off this transformer. That should help us out a little. Deconstruct power wires over here. Also, let's turn that on before we do much. Good. So that shouldn't be overloading anymore. Max wattage 1000 watts, circuit status 240 of 100, 240 of 1800. So it's still, we're still having issues here. However, this is never really, wow. How many? Alright, so this is never going to be on because it's switched. And that makes up for 1100 watts. So yeah, we're well within the 1000 watt allowed on that circuit there. That circuit there, no, yeah, we're fine, we're fine. Might get in here. What's the germs like? Yeah, we're down to less than 1 million germs. This melt refiner, he's sorting our germy polluted water out. Might just get in here and get rid of the liquid tepidizer. Because if we ever do need, because we will need to pump this out somewhere at some point. So I will have to switch this on, which means the tepidizer is going to turn itself on. Oh, it's going to be terrible. Let's deconstruct you whilst we can still get in there. Oh, it's going to be germy. Soggy feet and just hot and horrible. Yeah. So let's have a look at that circuit now. Circuit status is 0 watts of 1800. So it's still counting. I think it's still counting this a bit. Maybe not. 240. Oh wow. 1200. Yeah, that almost needs a transformer all on its own. We could give it a transformer all of its own. Some. Connect this back up and use it. Turn this one off. Turn this one back on. Turn this one on, and run it down to run our industry, i.e. scrubber, and yeah, we'll do that. Is there any point? Yeah, we'll be alright. No, yes, no, yes, no. Exactly how much damage is going on? A little bit here. There's a little bit here. I think we might be alright. We have our carbon. What are you on? No fabrication is queued. Have I actually got rid of all my wolframite? We have the carbon skimmer off. What else do we have on that circuit that we could turn off? We don't need 2 pumps. We'll turn you off. Yeah, we don't need 2 pumps. We've got a pump down here. We've got a pump up here. And they're both doing exactly the same job. Might as well preserve. Get rid of this water. Then we're just going to get rid of it. No, I can't. No, I can't get down here to stop this one. We could cut the electricity to it though. Cut the electric to this one, which will stop the pump from working. Turn this one on until we've exhausted it as a resource. But then where do we get our liquid for research? Good point, well presented. Alright. We could cut in here for it. Or here. Ah, so many options, such little time. Speaking of time, that is 40 minutes, which is exactly twice as long as I should have been doing it. But then I'd gone a long time without bringing you in. It's like overloaded where. Let's deal with this, shall we? Let's deal with it. Now you're switched off. The things that are switched off still count on the circuit. If so, let's deconstruct that. This circuit was doing fine until I put the metal refiner on it. So let's put you back on that circuit. Potential power consuming 1.8 kilowatts. You're going to need a heavy watt wire. Direct from our power source, I think. Maybe even directly from our battery. Heavy watt wire. I know, because we have lots of it. Can't do it because it's... oh my word. Okay, cancel that. We can route it a different way. Heavy wire, iron ore. Won't allow us because there's already a wire there. I don't really want to cut this wire, but no, we'll do it. Deconstruct all the power wires there. Which means we're going to have heavy watt wire going into just normal wire here. That then goes on and feeds the rest of that loop. That's not going to be pretty, but let's do it anyway. All for science. Heavy watt wire made out of iron. That's not going to work, is it? That's not going to work. Doesn't need to work. I don't need that. Deconstruct power wires. I don't need any of these power wires. The whole reason I had the power wires there was to get to the battery. So if we... sorry for you pulling your hair out. We just do that. We now put the battery before the power transformers, but it's still going to do essentially the same job. If we ever have a cold generator power out, we've still got a little bit of juice in the system. That will do, I think. Ish, yeah, it'll be alright. Boom's at 20%. I was meant to be stopping this episode a while ago. I will do it right now. I've been Luckymarine, as always. You lot have been... ooh, look at this. You lot have been amazing. We have a masterpiece. We have a masterpiece. Brilliant. Negative value, airflow tile. Are airflow tiles really that bad? Good job we substituted them with a little bit of granite. I did want a gap in the middle. I have three, one gap, and three, so it could fit a statue in there. But the way it is, the way that the way our colony is at the moment, I want another 5-pole down this side. But again, it's going to be a temporary measure, because once we get plastics, we're going to get different beds. I think they take up 4 space, so it'll be a 4, but we'll shuffle. It'll be like a 2-man bedroom probably for like get some statues in there as well. Anyway, I've been Luckymarine. As always, you have been amazing. This waffly little episode has been a bit weird, but we've got rid of the tabdizer. It wasn't needed anymore. It also wasn't putting pressure on our system, but yeah, we're down to pretty much half the germs that were in here before. Still gonna have to do something more with this. There is going to be a point where I think it's going to break through the algae, but we'll cross that path when we get there. I wonder if bleachstone will do anything to the germs. I don't know. Also, need to dig out some more wolframite. Also need diamond. Need lot, and I still need to figure out who to put in the neural vacillator. Also, do I need to shut this door so that our mob doesn't die? Maybe. Anyway, till next time. From everybody. No, we'll go to the end of the day. Till the end of the day. Like we usually do. Invalid construction location. Well, it's not invalid. If you do the floor first, it's not invalid. Trust me. Well, there's a cot. So you should now be getting your fluids from this pump. Are we building? Are we building? We might be building. So yeah, it looks like heavy industry needs a lot of heavy water wire, which is going to be interesting because heavy water wire takes a lot of resources, which means you'll want your industry quite close together. Otherwise, you can be wasting a lot of energy. You're going to be wasting a lot of materials, and this was sleet wheat. Sleet wheat that turned into rotten sleet wheat that has now turned into polluted dirt, which is now giving off polluted oxygen. And this was what I was talking about earlier on. You can turn something that just grows on plants like this, and then it'll turn into rotten foodstuffs, and then it'll start producing polluted oxygen. And you can scrub polluted oxygen. I mean, you can feed polluted oxygen to X amount of the animals on the map. Two, maybe one. Slickster uses carbon dioxide. I think the mobs use carbon dioxide. No, they excrete polluted oxygen. Who is it? Maybe it's the floaty ones. I think it's the floaty ones that eat polluted oxygen and poop out slime. But still, if you're not going to give it to the animals, then we can process it ourselves. We can process out the oxygen. We'll have enough cooling down here to turn polluted oxygen into its liquid form. And then I think we did that in one of the last episodes. Super cooled vomit bubble, that series. But we just did it with a metric poop load of thermoregulators, all in series. I think from polluted oxygen you end up with liquid oxygen and dirt, I believe, which will be fun. But we'll wait until they've got to just you do not. It is good. We'll wait until they've got to the end of the day, and then we'll leave it there, I think. It's been quite the episode. The masterpiece. I do like the ice cream. Ice cream? Yeah, it's called Scream. The thing, the painting. Don't know who this is meant to be. There's one that's meant to be the Mona Lisa. It looks a little bit more abstract. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be it for this stupidly long episode. I do apologise for it, but we got a lot done. We've nearly moved ourselves into here. Our oxygen overlay, like, it's fine in the places where we live. How's our heat? Did realise that I'd built some of this thermal tile with the basalite that I had probably mined out of here. Nope, phosphorite, basalite. There must have been some warm basalite, maybe here? No, maybe here? I don't know. I don't think we were into this basalite when... I don't know, we got it from somewhere. Probably here, actually. Yeah, when we dug out here. And it's been used. Just there. So I did have the idea of deconstructing the insulated tile, like here, just anything that's orange or green, putting it in the storage bin down here somewhere, marked all a basalite, and maybe it would drop the temperature of everything in the bin. If not, then we could just empty the bin onto the floor, and then have minus 25 degrees Celsius of basalite, and then rebuild it. I don't know. I mean, this has stayed blue for the entire time it's been here. You can't have insulated tile at 36 degrees Celsius. It's just, it defeats the object of it being insulated tile, doesn't it? And we also need to dig out this and do the same. But that'll be in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Luckymarine. As always, you lot have been amazing. From Emo, Boom Mech, and May, it's good night. And from our Shinebug, how much stuff have you got left? Only 4 tons of sandstone left. We're gonna have to go feed him soon. Till next time, do take care.